Well, we are back finally uploading on this channel, and welcome for WOR Tier 5. Obviously, a bit of a letdown. Last season was in Tier 2, and now I'm in Tier 5, yeah. Well, I turned on Racing Line, so leave me alone. So, you're joining me for round 1 of the championship, and, of course, at Melbourne. We'll see where we can get today. With my pace, I was feeling like I could have achieved, I could achieve a top 5 maybe, but I was just aiming for points after, of course, last season. I don't think anyone knows this, but I didn't get any points in WOR Tier 2, so, of course, I had to bounce back, and on this game, I felt a lot quicker now that I turned online, so I thought, could have a chance. So we are on board with my first lap. My sector 1 was, it was really messy. I was making a lot of mistakes on the lap. Turn 1 was not as committed as I could have been. But we continue on, of course. And this second sector was actually pretty good. I was really proud of it. There was no mistakes. There was no, lockups or anything. And obviously heading now into the third sector, I felt like I could I could achieve, of course, a good banker, because obviously it's not going to be my fastest lap start of the session. As you can see, Rizal gets his fastest lap. I think I was a low 19. So I was kind of aiming for the the same position, and come around the final corner to round off my first lap, and we get a 19.993, I think it was. Which put us P5, and I wasn't really happy with it, but it was a good banker lap. 19.9, of course, is a really good banker, and at the end of that part where I was about to go out, we are still P5, and of course now I'm heading on to my second lap, and we are sitting P7 with a few good drivers around us, of course. I don't know many people in this league, but everyone seems really quick from what I've witnessed in qualifying, of course. And turn 1 a lot nicer this time. You can see green on the delta. And I really feel like this sector 1 was really good. We have a yellow flag in front of us, some guy just on the left. And coming around this section, I was really thinking I could be a bit cheeky. So we take a lot of curb on the inside, unfortunately run a bit wide on the outside, and that is the lap time. Invalidated, the first of many this season, I can already tell, and I was really disappointed. You could probably hear I'm just I was so mad, and there's nothing I could do about it. So we headed on to the next lap, and bounce it, hopefully trying to do the same sector 1 as we come off sector 1. It was a really nice turn 1 and 2. I just made up some random stuff before that, just ignore me. But yeah, coming off 1 2, really good. Felt like I was a lot more confident as the session went on. And we're now coming round to end sector 1. We've got this tiny little straight, and we are up by a very, very healthy amount. As we don't invalidate there this time, we are very good, very clean. And I really feel like I have the pace to do a really quick lap time. As you can see, McLaren in front of us, but I just screw up my lap. I don't know what I did. I was making up some random things, saying that I was shifting down, not shifting down. It was completely bullshit. I just mucked up the corner, took too much curb on the inside, and just sent me wide for the next corner. And yeah, that's all that happened. So of course couldn't improve and just pit that lap. But we do. Well, yeah, we stay P9 now. Of course, quite low down, but I have one more run in me. And yeah, I just said there's a lot riding on this lap. This lap means a lot. And of course, it will be hopefully my fastest lap if I can put the lap together. 2 invalidations in a row, that does hinder your confidence sometimes. People will make more mistakes, and I'm one of them people. If I do something wrong, then the next lap could be I'm very bad at being consistent. So yeah, we just hope, and now we're slowing down A lot of people were going very slow in this final sector, and it really backed up everyone because you can see 2 people behind me as well. It was quite annoying to have to deal with. But we are now going on to our fastest lap of the session, and it's the final lap, of course, taking turn 1 a lot nicer. That was a perfect turn 1 and 2. I've never done that corner as perfect as that. And now we're going into turn 3. We have no one in front of us, no one behind us. We are in clear air for the rest of this lap. And you can see a lot. Look at the time we've gained. Almost, 3 tenths now we've gained in that sector 1. And McLaren, of course, on the inside there, keeping out of our way. And we did do a really nice turn there. And we're coming into this section where I invalidated last time. We take the curb, we get too much on the inside and almost spin it. You can see I think I just said fuck, that was it. I thought I binned it, but luckily I was alright. And you can see a yellow flag, there's a Haas in the wall, but we continue on with this lap. Even though we did just bottle the lap completely, we only lost about a tenth, which, I mean, I say only, but that's a lot of time. We're coming round the final 2 corners. There were a lot of traffic on this lap. I never realised there's a few cars, you know, just dotted round on the lap. And we come down the DRS straight. I did say that I did bottle that lap, but we get a 19.490, and that was enough for P7. Hopefully P7, unless anyone improves, which someone does, and instantly moves us down to P8. So, qualifying P8, I mean, that's pretty good. That, you know, that's midfield. Of course, the front runners, you know, being really quick. But I really did think, and you can see on the lap times, just wanted to see what I did. I just lost a tenth in that second sector, and it easily could have brought me up a few positions. But now we do head on to the race, where I'm thinking about doing a soft to hard, and you just have to listen about the safety car, because I said about an early safety car, you know, thinking about strategy. And I think I'm saying it now, I don't know.
If it's an early safety car, I'll go on to mediums. And then I'll do a 2-stop. I reckon that could...
I think that's enough time
it's a really early,
to listen to my strategic mind, you know, going on. I'm probably still talking, I can't tell with how I record my videos, but we go on to the formation lap, and off the start here, I bogged down so much. I know it's only formation lap, but it was I was trying to do a proper realistic race start, but now we are formed on the grid. We are ready to start the first round of WOR Tier 5. I was about to say Tier 2 again. Right, let's get ready. Of course, 29 laps to manoeuvre around this circuit. We go 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Let's see if we can get a good start. The lights go out. We get a really bad start. The guys in front of us get a really good launch, and the guy to our left, pretty good launch as well. We go into turn 1, and I almost get past this Williams, but he backs off, and there's a Ferrari. Oh, we just make a lot of contact with the Mercedes. We smack into him, and that's a red front wing on the right. But we get away with it with an early safety car, which I was literally talking about. But I wanted it, you know, a bit later than, a bit later than lap 1. But this has helped us so much, because time we would have lost, now we won't lose, because safety car conditions, no one can overtake, a delta. It was really good for my red front wing, so of course we pit. And we're going to be going on to the mediums like I originally said. I said about the 2-stop strategy, going if there's an early safety car. So, of course, coming in, a lot of people were coming into the pits, and a lot of people had wing damage. But I knew that I could hopefully bring back some positions, and with this 2-stop strategy, it'll be a bit more aggressive. You know, either soft, medium, medium, or soft, medium, soft. A bit more aggressive than... you know, soft hards. But we continue on now, and that sun right there at turn 1, it shines in your eyes, and my brightness is quite high, so I was really affected, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to make excuses. But you can see safety car coming in this lap, and we are at the end of lap 3. So of course, new mediums. We'll see how they work. I'm trying to warm up my tyres as much as I can, which were stone cold when I was going round. But we're about to go around the last corner, and I just lose the rear a tiny bit. You'll see in a second. There. I just lose the rear, head in the grass. I thought it compromised my restart, but actually it got me a bit closer to the cars in front, and I had a long run, using that overtake to try and gain back up to Matt in front, and we can't overtake him. But I just mess up. I said it was his fault, and I said, I couldn't see, but it was just my fault, and you can see there was a Williams there, sideways. But yeah, so we move up to P9, and honestly, I don't know what's going through my head, but I was thinking I could definitely get past these guys if I could just stay consistent. And of course, the car in front of Matt is on the hard tyre, and the car in front of him is on the mediums. But you can see I'm making a lot of mistakes. I'm feeling very weird on these medium tyres, oversteering a lot, locking up, which we'll see throughout this whole lap. And it's just weird. I never felt it, and I thought it was dirty air, but to be honest, it could have been just me being a bit bad and just not knowing what dirty air feels like or anything like that. I don't know, but we are very close behind him. You can see we're closing that gap very quickly. We look for a move down the inside, but we just back out of it because there's no point in going for a send. There was no room. But we're going to stick with him right. We give him a little squeeze, on his arse. Just touch him a tiny bit. But down this straight, we'll use our overtake to try and get past him. We run a bit deep, and then on the curb, and we just spin into the wall and get a red wing again for the second time this race. And honestly, this point, I was gutted. You could probably hear. But I'm just blaming myself. It was all my fault. I can't pin it on anyone else. It was just all my fault. So of course, at the end of this lap, we're now down in P16. But I feel like we can bring this back if I can just stay consistent. We're going to go onto the hard tyre, and I can just gain the time back. People will still have to pit. If I could just gain it back, I feel like I could still salvage something from this mess of a race. But you can see MRL Brown comes in as well. I think he had wing damage. And yeah, we come out, we're P16, and I know I need to push every lap now until I have caught, as you can see, I've caught the people in front, and as you can see, DRS was enabled, but nothing really was happening. We go on to lap 8, and you can see the gap is closing a lot. And there's not much we can do here. We could just do consistent laps. It's 14 seconds. Coming around the chicane, my teammate is in P13 at the moment. We're gaining on him, but we hit the 13. We are closing rapidly on the car in front, and we come around this corner, and I just clip the curb, and that's it. I've gone again. I was so frustrated with myself. Honestly, I've never been so disappointed in my performance, and I practiced a lot for today. I practiced quite a lot. And of course, to see myself just bin it, and I knew P17, and I had to pit again. There was no chance of me coming back to this race because I couldn't go on hards. So yeah, and I make the decision that there is no point in continuing in this race, and I just retire from the menu. And there was nothing more I could have done. If I had stayed in the race, it would have been a pain because I'd have to do a 2-stop. But yeah, that has been the end of this video, and join me next week where we'll have another video out for round 2 of WOR season 9. Goodbye.